Well, hello and welcome back in the Lake District again. I set off at 9:15 this morning and it's currently 12:20. Look at that. Look at that. So, as usual, I've been watching the weather and today looked like a good day for getting out, but the weather's changed. We're still in back end of January now. Can't believe this will be my 5th camp in January. But yeah, we're still winter, the weather's changed and it's very changeable. But if you look at that, it looks beautiful. But when I was coming in, I stopped on Scafell just to have a look at where I'm planning to head today, and there was a line of cloud sat on the mountains. It's probably about 400 metres, so most of the summits were in cloud. But here it's a bit clearer. When I was coming in, I was looking at where I'm planning to go. I've got a couple of plans, and there's not much snow actually. But speaking about the forecast tonight, it has changed and it's supposed to be quite windy. So I'd got two options. I mean, there's numerous options, but my sort of favoured options were a sort of a sheltered camp, but the views might not be too good. But the location it's an epic location, and it's somewhere I've wanted to camp for a while. I have camped there before about a few years ago, but there was terrible conditions and I couldn't see anything. So hopefully this will be better. But I'm going to get up there and have a look, and I may choose the other option. The problem with the other option is it's very exposed, and tonight they're talking about 35-mile-an-hour winds. I've had enough of the winds after the last camp. But yeah, so I think I'm going to give that one a miss, but I will keep the option open depending on how I see when I get a bit closer to the site. But there is a lot of snow forecast for tonight as well. Whether that happens or not, don't know. So I've considered that with the stuff that I'm taking. I'm going to make sure I've got all the right gear. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. That's what I always say. So I'm just sat here in my car, nice and warm, heated seats on, car's warm, and I'm just looking at all that out there, thinking how beautiful it is. But it is winter and it is cold, so I've got to psych myself up for getting out there. I think I'm just going to have a sit here for a bit and just watch what's going on. Plenty of time. Right, back to you in a bit. So before I set off, I'm just sorting my pegs out. Apologies that they haven't been cleaned. Really filthy actually. So I'm going to take, because I might be pitching in snow, I'm going to take 6 of these snow pegs. Sorry, 12 of these. 12. I've taken 6 in the past and I could have done with more, so I'll just take all of them. And then I'm going to take a load of these pegs as well. They're the Hilleberg ones. Brilliant pegs then, bit bent actually. They're the standard Hilleberg pegs. I think they're great. So yeah, I'll take about, I think the tent needs about 12. So I'll take 12 of them. I'm going to take 12 of them as well. You never know. I'm also going to take 6 of them. I think they're Eastern carbon cores, I think them. 9-inch. Take them. Yeah, on trips like this, you can't have too many pegs because you just don't know what the conditions are going to be like on the ground. So with that lot, I should pretty much covered whatever it's like, as long as I can get them in the ground. So it's 1:15 and off we go. Great gable there, that's beautiful that. Really is. Yeah, so I reckon it might take me an hour and a half to get up here. I've got this rucksack weighs nearly 20 kilos because of the conditions I'm expecting tonight. I'm not messing about with gear. I'm just taking everything that I might need. Some of it I may not need, but I've got a lot of warm clothing, ice axe, crampons, a strong tent, plenty of food. So just in case things do get bad. Ooh. Ah. Ooh, it's getting a bit dark. Just gaining a bit of height now. Heading out of the car park at Wasdale. Lovely views down to Wastwater. Excuse me. But as usual, you rarely see me setting off with a jacket on, because as soon as you get into the walk, body warms up nicely when you start exerting. But I just noticed a little glimmer of sweat, so I'm just going to slow my pace a bit, because you do not want to get wet clothes in winter, because it can be dangerous, really can. So I'm just going to slow my pace a bit. Ultimately I may have to take a layer off, because it gets even steeper once we cross the river. So I'll just have to keep an eye on my body temperature, and we have to stop. I hate taking the rucksack off though, I don't know about you guys. Once you get it comfortable, I just hate taking it off. But do not want to be sweating. Oh, I love this route, because there's a reveal at the top of this path. I just, I'll show you. Look at that mickle door, and that is another world compared to where we are now. Another world. So just because it's like this down here, do not underestimate that. That's why I've got all this gear. Yeah. Wowza. F-35s are out. Yes. Just looking up towards the tourist path now to Scafell Pike. Now that sun, I am getting warm here, and that sun's going to be coming around that way, so it's going to be pretty much on me. And this is steep up there. So I'll get through this gate, and then I'm going to take a layer off, because it's a workout getting up here with this rucksack. It is for me anyway, I'll be honest with you. Okay, it's better sheltered here as well, there's no wind. The important thing though, when you take a layer off like that, because I've only got this on now, this thin top. Nice. Oh, my specs. Ooh. Oh. What was I saying? The important thing when you take a layer off is get moving quick, because if you don't, you're going to get cold. And you don't want to get cold either. Just like sweating, you don't want either of them. Not too hot, not too cold. Let's That stream's a good reminder that I need to collect some water. I brought half a litre, so I need to remember that. I feel so much better now I took that layer off, and I'm definitely sweating a little bit, but it's just the breeze is just evaporating it, and it feels good. Settled into a nice plodding pace now on these steps. If you're not familiar with this route, there's a lot of steps, and tomorrow morning, if we get some weather tonight, this could be all frozen, certainly higher up anyway. But look at that. We'll keep plodding on. So we're moving on. Look at that. Oof. Look at that. And I still haven't got any water yet, but what I am doing, I'm listening for water because I can hear it. I know there's water up here normally, but I have been up there and it's been dry, so I can hear water running. So while I can hear water running, there's a stream just over there. It's off the path, but it saves me carrying it, so I'll keep a listen for that, and make sure I pick some water up soon. Oof. So there's some people coming down. I'll have a chat with them and ask them about conditions. Always a good idea, that. Just come across the first patches of snow on the path. Oh. We've got water. Yeah, that's good news. Oh man. Okay, so we're set up. What do you think? Wowza. Wow. You probably why is he pitched on the snow? Why is he pitched on the snow? Because the snow allows the area to be flat. Here it's all bumpy. So see there, it's just all bumpy. So that snow has flattened the area out. That's why I've used that. And I've used a combination of the 9-inch pegs. I've used some of the blizzards, the snow pegs. I've used some of them where it's snow there. And yeah, pleased with that. And as I always say, we're not pitching for now because there's barely a breath of wind. But tonight it's supposed to get windy, so we need to consider that and pitch for that. What a place. So I've just been having a bit of tidy up in and around the tent, and I think sunset is about now actually, but can't really see it because we're clagged it in. But what a location this is! Look at that cloud just coming across there. Look. Yeah, absolutely ace. It's absolutely ace this. Look at that. But I tell you what, I'm getting a bit cold, so I've took all my down gears all out and just lofting up a bit there. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my night gear on, and then I'm probably going to get a kettle on and have a brew, just get a bit warm. Oh, that's better. I've got my my down gear on now, down trousers, down jacket. Got my thermals on underneath as well. Feeling warmer already. Look at that. Yeah, Mickledore, wow. And I'm just looking down towards Blackwater now, and it's actually clearing. Maybe the sun hasn't set yet. I thought it set about 4:10. It's currently 4:30. It must have set. Hang on, just have a check. Oh no, it sets at 5:10. Good grief. I'm out of touch. These clocks are just, sunlight's just going crazy, isn't it? These sunrise, sunset times really moving along now. That's beautiful, that. What's happening behind? Ooh. Superb. Right, I'm going to get a brew on, eh? Let's get a brew on. Good thing about this spot, table and chairs. Well, it's a bit of a brew with a clagged in view, but I certainly ain't complaining, not at all. Cheers. Oh, yeah. And I've got, from the services on the way up, sandwich special, smoked salmon and cream cheese. Oh, oh. Just want to show you guys the weather forecast for tonight. So that's Scafell and today. So it's showing cloudy and misty, foggy, and then snow coming about 10 o'clock tonight. Winds quite low, 11s, and gusting to 24, and then about 11 o'clock tonight they start picking up, mid-20s, 29 gusts. And it's snowing all night according to this, and then the winds drop off a bit in the morning, mid-teens, and then it's foggy all morning. Got foggy all day really. The winds are dropping off, so that's what we've got in store if you got it right. I mean, it's clagged in now, can't see anything really. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what happens tonight with the snow. There's showing, and Scafell's right, it's just there. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Oh yeah, sunset 16:50, and sunrise tomorrow is 8:03. Yeah. I just had another look at the forecast, and The winds have eased a bit actually in the forecast tonight, so that's good. Hopefully it's right. The temperature is just below 0, so there's not any frost formed on the tent yet. Yeah, it's nice. It is. It's going to be soup time soon, so something to do on these long nights. But visibility is not too clear. Pretty cloudy and misty still. Well, seeing as the weather's so good, I'm going to make my soup outside, why not? Get it all in there. Look at that. If I'm going to be doing this proper cooking outside, I think I need to invest in some sort of wind shield for my stove. What do you reckon? As a temporary measure, I'm using my table. It's good enough. So that's me sorted with my soup. Decent that. Obviously it's a very inefficient way of cooking with that flame, without a wind jammer, a wind block. But I think I'll invest in one now. I'm doing like proper cooking, you know. What are you laughing at? What do you mean? Proper cooking, there's. Yeah. Yeah. This is the way to go in winter, definitely. I mean, it's a bit heavy to carry up. It's like water, but I won't be carrying it down, that's for sure. Lovely. Chicken broth. So that wind has started picking up now and it's blowing right into this door. So I think I'm going to shut up for the night. Well, for now anyway. I probably won't get out again. It's all cloudy as you've seen. So yeah, let's get the door shut. And I'll get these boots off. So it's nearly 9 o'clock now, and as forecast that wind's picking up a bit. Nice to be in the tent with the door shut and in my quilt. So warm and cosy. I got one of them little candles, ukhiking candles, see down there. One of them. Nice, isn't it? I do like my candles, and I thought that'd be a bit safer than what I normally have. So yeah, it's nice that. And I also picked up one of these from Costa. So I'm going to be having that soon. Right, I'm just going to see if I've got a signal. Oh, I haven't. Just going to have a look, flick through my photos I think, and have a look at them, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Well, it's 10:30 now. I think I'm going to check out. It's been snowing, but I think we're just like 700 metres here. A bit more coming now. I mean, it was forecast, but I wasn't sure if we were going to get snow or rain. The forecast that I showed you earlier, obviously that was on the summit, which is another 200 metres higher than this. So I just didn't know whether we were going to get snow or rain, or I think it's sort of wet snow, so I don't know if it's going to hang around or not. Temperature is just below 0, just sort of -0.5 I think it was. But you can hear it now, you can actually see it. See there. So it's sort of building up on the outside of the tent, but it's just wet. It's quite wet. See there. So maybe we'll get a bit more overnight, and I don't know if it's going to freeze or what. Anyway, I shall see you in the morning. See ya. So it's just gone midnight now, and as they forecast, the winds have started picking up and the snow's arrived. Unless it's rain, but I don't think it is. But the tent's fine. I made sure it was pinned down. It's not particularly windy, it's just gusty. You might hear some gusts coming through. But conditions like this, when it's quiet and then you get the gusts coming through, you can hear the gusts coming. Especially when you're in sort of craggy areas like this, you can hear it sort of whistle through the rocks, and then it's the tent. Cool. Let's walk outside. Well, good morning, and there's not a lot to see. It's just 8:05 now, so the sun has risen, but we can't see it. Better. Not sure if I said earlier, during the night I could hear the snow landing on the tent, and as the wind came through it slid off. But because temperatures have risen now, I think it's nearly 2 degrees now, so it's all melted on the tent. So this tent is just soaking wet. And I tell you what, my rucksack is probably going to be heavier going back, although it's be a bit lighter because of the things I've eaten and drunk. With this wet tent, it's probably going to be heavier going back than it was carrying it up. Let's have a look behind and see what's going on. It's still an awesome place to be, honestly, it really is. Just being on my own, just the peace of the place. Listening to the wind howling through the crags, it's just ace. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And the forecast to be pretty much this all day, so I think I'm going to start slowly packing up all that junk to sort it out, all that lot, slowly packing up, and I don't think I'll have much to eat. I'll probably just have a cereal bar, something like that, and then start heading back down again. Okay, we're out. I've had a few brews with no views, but this is a brew with it's mind blowing. What a place, what a place. Oh, down to Wasdale there. There's a tourist path up to Lingwell Col and then turn right up to Scafell Pike, which is up there, Pulpit Rock. Wow. Wow. So, good morning. Oh. Incredible place, incredible place. So there was quite a bit of snow deposited last night. See there? That's what's slid off as it's sort of got warmer. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's not powdery, it's just wet. Yeah, that's going to be fun packing up. Right, I'm just going to finish my brew and just enjoy being here. Bit of blue sky. One of the things I love about this, I mean, you know, camping in the mountains, it just allows you to have time in certain places. Normally, we'd just be passing through these places like this, but I've just spent, what, 12, 16, 20 hours here, and it just gives you time to sort of, I feel like a bond with a place. Just have a look around and see all the intricacies of it, the nooks and crannies. And when you're just passing through, when you're just walking, you just don't get that time. Saying that, I'm just going to have a look up there. See this bit of a crag here? I'm just going to walk around the back of that and see what there is there. Let's go have a look. Tell you what, it's steeper than it looks, and down there at the tent I'll just nip up here, I thought. So just made it to the top of that mound. Tent's down there. Oh, wow, we're in amongst it here for sure. And that's the route up, the walking route up through that gap there to Mickledore. Done that a few times, up and down. Wow. Right, we're starting back now, trying to kill myself. It's quite deep. See that? Right, I think it's packy uppy time. So I've got everything packed away now. Just got to take this tent down and get the hell out of here. So, soggy tent packed away. That's a selection of pegs that I used, different ones. There's a wet tent, stick that in there, leave no trace. Look at that. Okay, we're packed up. Let's go. This path is pretty damn treacherous, not because it's icy, it's just this wet snow. It's really slippy, and then the places where it's built up, there's deep snow, but if you stand on it you just go straight through it, you don't know what's underneath. So it's very dodgy. Crampons useless. You've just got to be really careful where you're putting your feet, and trekking poles are really helpful too. Ooh. Whoa. Right, I'm going to have to put you away, I think. Look at that. That's where I've just come down from. Bit to do yet. Back to Wasdale. Oh God, I've had to come off the path because there's just a bit more grip on the grass, and if I go down I'm going to get a softer landing. I nearly went down twice. Trekking poles saved me. These rocks are just lethal, and hopefully I'll be out of this snow soon. Whoa! Oh God! Whoa! It's easier if it's icy because you can just put crampons on, you're fine. Whoa. So we're just coming out of the snow line now. Thank goodness. Oh. Look at that. Coming to Red Pike, Wasdale, and down to Wastwater. So I'm probably about a mile from the car now, just down there in Wasdale. Look at that though, it's a fantastic scene that. Yew Barrow, Mooresdale there, Scafell. Can't see where I've been now, but that's been an awesome camp. I absolutely loved it. Didn't really have a lot of views, but when you're into the mountains like that, when you're camping in the mountains rather than on the mountains, you really get a mega vibe from it. I do. I mean, I love my summit camping, but the problem with summit camping is when you're on the summit you can't see the mountain, but when you're a bit lower down in amongst it, there's a real good vibe from it. I absolutely love it, honestly I do. So get in the comments, I always love to hear from you guys, and tell me what you think about summit camping or camping down a bit lower, just off the summits, not in the valleys, but you know what I mean. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. See ya.